Welcome to Exodus Live. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in North Bend, British Columbia, which is about an hour and a half east of Vancouver, BC. I'm just trying this out. You can see that it's giving you guys a big hello. So this is going to be my new board presentation. Well, welcome to Exodus Live. That's going to be the podcast. Just want to read you a story. Actually, some prophecies that has to do with the times that we are in. We all know that the beast is going to rise up out of the sea. That was apparent. The Lord took me into the Spirit. Hang on here. Okay. We all know that an asteroid is going to hit Puerto Rico, and it's going to usher in the judgments of God across the earth. This is when after the surrounding nations attack Israel, judgment will come, right, on all those nations that are involved. And according to how much they come against Israel, that God's going to judge them accordingly. So we know all this is coming, that the day of the Lord is about to be ushered in. And I believe it takes place toward the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022. The reason for that, because of what the angel of the Lord told Terry Bennett concerning the 21 years on America. So at the end of 2021, you actually go into the final 7-year period where the earth is handed over, or where humanity is handed over to be possessed by the devil, right? And also this is the time that the sons of God are going to stand on their feet. Just want to read you a prophecy. March 1986. This came from a friend of mine. His name is Art Beekman, and he's bringing out a book called State of the Art. You're going to want to get a copy of this. It will be online soon. I was just talking to him earlier today. Okay, this is what he saw in the Spirit. We cannot express the seriousness of the times. The true Lord, the Son of God, is coming after the world has a chance to be deceived by the false Christ. The choice will be yours to believe on him now, soon and very soon, and die and suffer eternal death, or prepare yourselves from this moment on to save your families, souls, and secure your livelihood until the true Son of God, Jesus Christ, comes. To follow the false God will temporarily seem the thing to do until you are marked, and then you're destined to die an eternal death. I will not want you for my children. I have spoken. Revelations 10:6. So we can see from this that the church is going to be here when the mark goes out, right? It's going to be the final test of the bride to see if she'll stay married to the Lord or whether she's going to sell her soul. And I want to go to another vision that this brother has seen. This is also in March of '86. We're actually standing in the foyer of his house in Nelson, and he's brought into a trance, and I heard the Lord bring forth this message, and I had to ask the Lord to repeat it, and the Lord repeated it through this brother, and he didn't remember what he saw. Anyway, there is a black shadow over the land. I see men dying, an angel coming with poison fruit, white on outside, black on inside, coming soon. Hark, with one swipe he takes them all. The time is short. Don't be a fool, or the fool will fall. So the foolish versions, they better get the oil in their lamps. We need to be watching. We need to be reading the Word. I'm not reading the Word enough, but the Word will change us into the image of Yeshua, right? Okay, there's one more prophecy that I'd like to get out. We were actually in somewhere around New Orleans. The Lord put us on a crosswalk back in the summer of 1986. We were going to walk to Washington, D.C. The Lord led us up from Austin, Texas to see the Pope in San Antonio, the fall of 1986. Actually brought us there to, it was a demonstration of God's power. We didn't know why we were brought there. And when we got there, the Lord said, okay, I want you guys to short circuit the Pope. So we simply said a prayer, a binding, and when the time came for the Pope to take the podium, take the mic, this uh, the black person introduced the Pope, took the mic, he said a few words, he stuttered, he couldn't speak at all. His power was cut off from the dark side. Like the Pope's connected to the dark Pope, right? Spiritually, there's a spiritual transfer of energy. So we can bind that energy if we know who we are, if we know the Word. This is the prophecy. And the title to it is, What Can I Do as a Believer? To pray that God's hand will remain on the land, that a few more souls will be saved. So we need to pray for the salvation of souls. The end is near. Children in the Spirit cry out, let your Father in heaven hear. Desolation is coming over the land. Only God's will, His hand, will keep it back. Death comes in the form of a man and a system that none can escape. No, not one save those of the man-child, Revelations 12:5. Keep your eyes to the Lord always, and your mind off the earth in all things, that ye might hear the death toll of the bell and be spared. So this has to do with the ushering in of the day of the Lord. God's going to intervene, and I believe that He's going to strike a blow against AI, and it'll cause everything to go down for a time, and a lot of people are not going to be happy. But I'm just coming to you today on this first podcast of Exodus Live, and please send this to your contacts, to your friends. This needs to get out. I believe that we're at the place where AI is coming into greater awareness every day, that it's actually out of the box, and that the deep state is taking their instructions from artificial intelligence, right? That AI is actually building a database on everybody in the world, and tracking in real time, but also building up a biometric database through the cell phone. The cell phone can pick up a lot of different things that you're not aware of. And this has to do with 5G. 5G is going to be where the net is going to be plugged into artificial intelligence. And so that AI can be monitoring and doing its thing. The image of the beast is coming alive. And wish I had a remote control. I'm going to end it here. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in North Bend, British Columbia, Canada, on this first podcast of Exodus Live.